Recent data mines leaked a new Deep of Night game mode that looks to shake things up in a massive way. New character-specific relic effects, changing the buildcraft of the Nightfarers, and meta-changing buffs and curses. This is one of the boldest moves From Software needed to make for the longevity of this game. Also, some Shadow of the Erdtree enemies are showing up in the files of the recent update. We're gonna dig into all of this, so sit back and relax. And hey guys, Ruger here, and this is the Deep of Night. This leaked Deep of Night game mode has the following description. The Deep of Night is a battlefield of endless nights. Victory will increase your rating, burnishing your depth. The darkness extends on to infinity. So this sounds like a new game mode where you queue up for a match against a random Night Lord. You cannot select which one you want to fight. And when you win these matches, you get points, which takes you further into these depths. Depths are basically ranks, and there are 5 depths in total. The deeper you go, the tougher it gets. So the way the difficulty increases is the enemy's health pool and damage gradually increases the deeper you go. There are also normal enemies and bosses that have a chance to spawn with a magnified aura, and these are tougher variants. I really hope this doesn't feel like artificial difficulty, like the bosses are just very spongy, and this actually feels good to play. I don't want this to feel like I'm playing quads, but for duos. But if they get this right, this sounds like exactly what we need for this game, because where it currently stands, the game is it's quite easy, even with the Everdark Sovereign bosses. Now, I'm a person who's been playing these games for over a decade, so my skill level is quite different than a casual player. However, there are many other people like me that need that extra challenge. The only challenging part of a run right now is fighting the new Everdark bosses, and that's just because we don't know the moveset just yet. But even that takes a maximum of 3 to 4 tries, and that really depends on the kind of team you get. So yeah, this sounds like this will keep the hardcore player base busy for a while. I think this will also help the state of matchmaking with randoms, because at this point in time, I'm experiencing too many matches where someone in the team splits up and dies and then they just leave. This game mode will rectify that problem, as the team will really need to stick together in order to have a chance of survival, especially in the later ranks. And let's say someone dies, right? They will actually get penalized if they leave a match, since their rank points will lower. Now let's talk about how this could change Nightreign as we know it. Okay, so first of all, yes, the game is going to get more difficult, but let's get into the relic slots and the new buffs and debuffs. So this game mode introduces exclusive relics and opens the depths of the urns. So now, instead of holding 3 relic slots, they can hold 6. And there are also new effects you can get. Some of them are really cool, some change the stats of the Nightfarers, but some also come with debuffs and curses. Again, all of this is exclusive to this game mode. You cannot use 6 relic slots in the normal game mode. This is all just for Deep of Night. Let's look at some of the new relics now. First up, let's see the character specific ones. So earlier in the video, I said that there's some relic effects that change the build of the characters. Let's see Revenant's relic effects as an example. So she has one where it says improved strength and reduced faith. This decreases faith by 26 and increases strength by 31. So at level 15, Revenant has 21 strength and 51 faith. This relic changes her stats to a whopping 47 strength, the second highest behind Raider, who has 68, while her faith drops from a 51 to a 21, making incantation sort of negligent. It'll be interesting to see how the way you build your Revenant changes. She's still lacking in vigor, but the bonk build is actually viable now. Another example, Raider gets a relic effect, improved arcane and reduced vigor. He goes from 56 vigor, 10 arcane at level 15 to 52 vigor and 27 arcane, so only minus 4 points in vigor in an already healthy sum, and goes up by 17 points in arcane. To put this into perspective, Executor has the highest arcane at 28, just one higher than this. Speaking of Executor, he has a relic, improved dexterity and arcane, reduced vigor. He bumps his arcane up from 28 to 42 and dex from 63 to 71, with a small decrease in vigor from 46 to 43. So, this opens all these characters up, and each Nightfarer gets 2 of these build-changing relics, so it opens up a lot of opportunity for meaningful experimentation and buildcraft. This provides a sort of relearning to play these characters. Alongside this, there are also more character skill relic effects, such as Wilder character skill inflicts blood loss, making the hook claw have more combat utility than it already did. Then one for Revenant increases maximum FP upon ability activation. So every time you kill an enemy and Necromancy activates, she gets more FP, maximum FP. Raider reduces enemy attack power upon skill activation. And yeah, all of this sounds really cool. And finally, there are useful relics being added to the game. There's a bunch of crap already. We need some good stuff now. If you want to read all of these relic effects, I'm going to leave a link in the description below. We also have relic effects that change the way we think about our pathing. More often than not, once we reach level 5, POIs like ruins, camps, and cathedrals become irrelevant. So similar to the relic effect that increases attack power for each Everjail opened, we have relics like max HP increased for each boss defeated at a cathedral, and ruin and item discovery increased for each boss defeated at a fort, and arcane increased for each boss defeated at a ruin. And there are a few more relics like this. This gives more significance and value to these POIs rather than being places for just mid-tier loot and hordes of enemies that really aren't worth going to beyond a certain point. We also have relic effects that are basically just beefed up versions of the pre-existing effects. For example, max HP increased, improved guard counters, stuff like that. Now, let's talk about curses. So it seems like these beefed up relic effects come with some serious debuffs. In this picture, we can see Ard Gauge charge from successful guarding by +1, but that comes with continuous HP loss. That's a serious debuff. Some other curses you can get are reduced rune acquisition, more damage taken after evasion, near death reduces max HP for 60 seconds. It's going to be interesting to balance these debuffs in your run, and I wonder if the good effects are actually worth the curses, or am I just going to ignore them because they just feel annoying. So now even weapons you pick up can have these debuffs. These weapon passives are buffed, and there seems to be 2 rather than 1, so that actually will be an interesting decision to make during runs. We have an example here. HP restoration upon landing attacks by 6 and taking damage boosts negation by 28, with the debuff being damage increased by Knight's Encroachment. I don't know, this just seems more interesting than the relic debuffs. Okay, so the latest patch had files for some of the Shadow of the Erdtree enemies. We have Blood Fiend, Spider Scorpion, Mesmer Soldier, Ghost Flame Dragon, Lionhead Imp, and Inquisitor. I've been seeing online people are saying that these could just be files for the DLC that's supposed to come out in Q4 of 2025. But I do feel like, why would they introduce these files right now? There's going to be at least one more patch for when they bring in Holster's Everdark version. So I do feel like there could be a possibility that these get introduced into the game pretty soon. The real question is, what would their place be? A lot of these don't seem like bosses or mini bosses. These are more like fodder enemies you see all over the map. I'm seeing online people are saying this could be a new Shifting Earth. I wonder if these enemies are for the new game mode, or these could also be enemies that you fight before the Night 1 and 2 bosses. But then what are the Night 1 and 2 bosses? Unless they're introducing new bosses as well. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. All of this content, I mean new enemies coming into the game, new game modes, relics getting deeper, night fairs opening up, the game is going to get more difficult. This increases its replay value. This game, I remember I was going to say in my first video ever, every From game has a secret wow factor. For Elden, it was just how big the map really is. I feel like this game's wow factor is just how much life this non-life service game will have. People said this game has only 8 bosses, maybe 20 to 30 hours max, from saying hold my coffee. And this is all stuff that is not even the DLC, which is undoubtedly going to increase the lifespan of this game. So yeah, NightReign is not dying anytime soon. It is more than alive right now. It's a great time to be an Elden Ring fan. It's a great time to be a From Software fan. Guys, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe.